Italians don't make things, they perfect them. Gelato, the smoothest. Pasta, always al dente. And pizza, that's crafted. It's not even cooked. And that same obsessive attention to detail brings us this.
This is the sublime Maserati Grecale, the luxury Italian manufacturer's latest SUV. Now, if you're a fan of Maserati, you'll know that they're well known for their elegant design and pin you to the back of the seat performance. But most of all, you know that a Maserati is made to stand out.
So it may seem a little surprising to find Maserati adding an SUV to their lineup when the UK roads are currently full of SUVs. Well, effectively, what Maserati have done is they've gone for that famous rom-com movie plot where the nerdy main character gets a bit of a makeover and the love interest sees them in an entirely new light. That's exactly what Maserati have done with this humble SUV. So have Maserati created the best sports SUV? Well, you'd think so, because in the past they've made some of the most iconic sports cars. But only time will tell. What I can say is, when I drive the Grecale, it feels like I'm slipping into a tailored suit. The steering is sharp and responsive, the body roll is minimal, and the ride is buttery smooth, all thanks to Maserati's adaptive damping system. Okay, you've got three modes in the car when you're driving. You've got Comfort, GT and Sport. Put it into Comfort mode, the dials on the steering wheel are so easy for you to get to. Put it in Comfort and enjoy the motorway driving. Adaptive cruise control as well. Dare I say it, this car almost feels like it wants to drive you. It takes the miles in with great ease, low road noise, hardly any wind noise, comfort and luxury on the motorway. What more could you possibly want?
From every angle, it looks planted, purposeful and a little bit provocative. Like a well-tailored Italian suit, as I mentioned earlier on.
It's Italian, it's classy, it's stylish, and it's not trying to be too much of a sports car. As I look at the front, there's a few areas that jump out at me and make me want to kind of take more notice and interest. The headlights being one of them. They've got Maserati, they've got the logo. They're not too big, but the detail in them is pretty special. The bonnet as well, a lot of nice features on that it's not just a smooth surface. I love the big open grille with the Maserati Trident, and there's some real air vents there which will take the air off the side. A lot of manufacturers put fake looking air vents, but they're actually real. 21-inch alloy wheels, black calipers and vented discs in there. The accents down the side match the colour of the car, Modena, and the three Maserati air vents all look good. The door handles, sleek. They're tucked away there. You don't actually lift or move anything, just a little touch with the fingers and the door opens. And then we get the Trident, proudly sitting on the back quarter, classy. The back follows on from the front. I'd like to say classy, maybe even classic. We've got the spoiler with the brake light up the top there, which is housed away nicely. As it comes back, we don't have a light bar, but we've got a Maserati badge. So if you have a Maserati badge, you don't need a light bar. I like how it's quite plain, it's a little bit basic because it's a stylish, classy car, but it's sporty, because look at this. We've got the 4 exhausts and we've got a little diffuser down the bottom as well. Now inside it has got 535 litres of boot space, which in this bracket is one of the biggest boots you can get. Inside here it just feels like premium and luxury. Remember I mentioned a tailored suit? Well, look at the stitching on the dashboard, the doors and on the seats. It's like a seamstress has put this together. It really is harking a lot of class to me. They've also got a lovely digital analog clock right in the middle. It's almost like a focal point on the dashboard, which is quite cool. It's quite retro when you look at it. 12.3-inch infotainment screen, a completely different design from anything I've seen before. Your driving controls are down there as well. And just below that, we've got my phone on charge just now on the wireless charging mat. I do like this. That's cool, how you open one side and both drawers open. Just a little cubby hole down there, beside a couple of drinks holders and some extra storage here. But it's so comfortable. There's so much nice leather and soft touch finishing in here that it's just class, it's quality. The steering wheel, it fits my hands perfectly. It's busy with buttons. Some people like that, some people don't. For me, it's okay, as long as they don't encroach into my driving when I'm actually steering. I like to have buttons on the wheel so I can just quickly move my hand rather than having to deviate away across there. There's a big sunroof as well, with also a blind that comes across the top of that, so you can keep the cabin nice and cool if you need to, along with your aircon. And a really cool thing, to get in and out, you don't actually have a handle, you've got a button that you push on the door. You know you're in a premium car when the back seat is as comfortable as what the front driver's seat is. This is really impressive, and it's got the same stitching in the back cabin. It's like the seamstress has been very busy putting this one together. There's lots of legroom, there's lots of headroom, there's lots of space in this cabin, which make me think it is very much built for practicality. There's a couple of USB charging options down there, and Maserati have given you your own climate control back here, so you can direct which way and where the air goes in the cabin. Really, really clever that. I've never seen that in a car, and I like it. We've got an armrest, a couple of drinks holders in there, and we've also got ISOFIXes, which are tucked away behind the seats. Very comfy headrests. What else is pretty cool? You've got the same button on the side here to let you in and out. I like that a lot. Push that, doors open. Now, have a listen to this.
What's your thoughts so far? Are you loving the Grecale? Well, if you are, then the only place you need to visit is arnoldclark.com, where you can get all the info you need on booking a test drive and ordering your Grecale. Because at Arnold Clark, we make it easy.
Okay, sport mode, that's where this really does come alive. The engine note's heightened, and that 2-litre engine that you've got in the front there, 4-cylinder turbocharged, people might think, well, Maserati should have put something more fruity in there, but I don't agree with that. I don't think it's required. It would be too heavy over the front axle. It would make the car feel wallowy as you turn it into corners. It still gives you 330 brake horsepower. You'll do 0 to 62 in 5.3 seconds. And when you put your foot down, wow, she wants to go. And with that tight suspension, because I've pushed the button, this is a little bit of a weapon. I've seen a few reviews where people moan about the brake pedal, where the brakes feel quite grabby. I've got to say, it's not the case. The brakes feel responsive and firm, which is what you want from a brake pedal, but they're certainly not grabby. Maybe those people have just had a foot that's been a little bit too energetic pushing the pedal. I also thought when I first got in the car and steered it through the car park, I thought, oh, no. These paddles are not going to work for me, because I 9 times out of 10 like my paddles behind the steering wheel for changing gear to move with the steering wheel, so it's a nice flow. I thought it'd be an issue, but I've got to say, I've got to correct myself here. It's not an issue. They're big enough that on these B roads where I'm driving, I've never missed a paddle, and I've never actually thought, oh, they're not connected to the wheel. So that's perfect. They're a nice feel as well. There's a little edge on the back of the metal, which your fingers just rest on. And also, when you are accelerating in sport mode and you accelerate hard, you get a little pop from the exhaust. So who is this car for? Right, there's a few points to cover here, and it's a fairly chunky section. Around about £67,000 for this car, but that can go up. What do you get for £67,000? Well, you get a super sporty SUV, but you also get the wow factor. It's a Maserati, and that's seriously cool. People who buy Maseratis stay loyal to the brand, fall in love with the car. And with Stellantis Group taking ownership of this brand now, it might take it into a slightly different area. People may fall in love with the brand again because you get a 3-year warranty. Some of the reliability issues that might have been there in the past will have probably gone by now. So that's something for you to bear in mind. And let's not pigeonhole the car. Let's not pigeonhole it and say it's for A, B or C. It's for anybody who can afford it. And once you've driven this car, I think the list of people wanting it will be pretty long. Lately I've driven so many EV SUVs, which are literally bursting at the seams with driver aids, which are all good, which are all fine. But it's nice to be back in something that is a little bit more refined. It's not trying to give me a beep and a bing and a bong wherever I put myself in the lane of a road. This is a driver's car. So if you're in the market for an SUV and you're looking at a BMW X5, the Porsche Macan, or maybe the Audi Q5, this car needs to enter the conversation, because not only is it super sporty, nice to drive, with lots of practicality, it's also a Maserati, and that is a huge selling point. So in town we've been driving around, and I've been using the driving modes to go between GT and comfort mode to see what feels the best, to see which gives me the best user-friendly option. And they're both pretty similar actually. It's nice to drive around town. You've also got the extra elevation which gives me so much more confidence to drive a larger SUV in these streets, because cars get bigger, the roads don't get any bigger, but that extra height just makes me feel like I'm in a commanding presence here. Okay, so what do I think? Well, yes, this is the best sports SUV around, and it's also a luxury one. But if I'm honest with you, it's the very first Maserati I've ever driven. And if they're all like this, moving forward from here, that can only be a good thing. I think the recent acquisition by the Stellantis group has helped this brand. It's maybe got rid of any of the reliability issues that used to be there in the past. And when I look at it, I just love the styling, the shape. I see a lot of Italian heritage thrown at this car. I'm Duncan Vincent. This is the Arnold Clark YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload from us. And until next time, safe driving.